What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with a little bit of Warframe content, and we're going to be talking about the newest activity that has been changed with Warframe. DE began the Nightwave event, which is going to replace alerts for the most part, and this is a pretty cool thing that they put into the game. It's mostly here to sort of help newer players, especially early in the star chart, and just newer players in general, have access to some more powerful items and other things once they get started. One of the big complaints I get a lot of times from newer players is it's very hard to get Orokin catalysts and Orokin reactors and some of the aura mods and some of the other things. So it's really cool to see DE recognize this and try to make the game a little bit more welcoming for newer players to kind of help them get into the game a little bit more and actually progress through more than just the first couple planets before they get annoyed and quit the game. So part of this event is this new Grunier boss called the Wolf of Saturn 6, and he is going to be kind of like the Stalker. Every player is going to have a death mark put on them by this guy, and he can show up basically at any time in any of your missions, and he's immune to status effects and immune to all the Warframe abilities, very similar to the Stalker. So you might have to deal with him here pretty soon in some of your missions. He can pretty much spawn into anything, just like the Stalker. But the main thing is the Nightwave, which is going to be a new vendor that you can level up similar to a Syndicate, and you get points for doing things within the missions. You no longer will be able to get affinity from doing an individual mission. There used to be challenges before where it was like kill 30 enemies, kill 5 enemies with a sliding attack, loot 1 mod, etc. Those are no longer going to be featured, at least not from my experience so far with this new change to the game. But instead what they've introduced are challenges that go over a longer period of time that you will actually use to gain standing with Nightwave, and you will progress through all these individual tiers. Now there's 30 tiers, and I think DE said this is going to run for 10 to 11 weeks each time they do one of these. So you can see, for example, once you get to 10,000 points, you'll get the first tier, which is the Saturn 6 sigil. When you get to the second tier, you'll get the glyph bundle. Third tier, you're going to get the wolf credits, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Those are how you're actually going to get things that you would have unlocked in alerts before. At fourth tier, you get 2 weapon slots, which this is big because before really the only way to get some of these was to actually spend platinum. So DE is kind of taking a nice approach here, allowing newer players and players who want to go the full free-to-play route to not have to buy platinum in order to do that now, which is pretty cool. Tier 5, you get a Noggle statue. Again, these are usually only purchasable with platinum. Tier 6 is more wolf credits, and again, we'll talk about what's going to happen with those later. But as you progress through, you can see all the different things. You get to Tier 7, you get a Forma bundle. And while I don't particularly find Forma hard to get in-game because I'm so far into the game and it's pretty easy to farm it for me, this is pretty cool for newer players to be able to get that and be able to start using those on their weapons and Warframes. You get a Warframe slot at Tier 8, which again, this is pretty awesome. This is something that you would have to spend platinum on before. And as you progress on, you can see there's all kinds of cool stuff. Here's an Orokin catalyst, more wolf credits, and then and so on and so forth. You get a sigil eventually. There's some mods in here. Kuva, there's all kinds of cool stuff that you can be able to unlock through this new system. I absolutely love that they've done this. I think it's pretty awesome. It's going to definitely reward player time and investment, especially for the newer players. So you can just kind of see some of the things that go all the way up here, all the way to rank 30. Now let's talk about the challenges, how you're going to get these points. You have daily and weekly ones that you can do. So for example, here you have kill 20 enemies while sliding. That's pretty easy. You can probably do that in one mission. You can see that's a daily event for 1,000 standing. You've got scanning 25 objects or enemies. That's using your codex scanner. One thing I did notice about this that is kind of unfortunate is that if you've already scanned enemies before with the codex scanner and you have them already within your within your profile codex, they won't count for this. So you have to have unique scans for each of these now. So that seems to be something they've changed. Pick up 8 mods. That's just through playing missions, you'll get those mod drops. You have a weekly one, socket 5 Iatan sculptures. That should be kind of difficult, maybe. It just depends on how much you're playing the game, but you'll just have to keep an eye out for those Iatans. You've got the Earth Bounty Hunter, complete 8 bounties in the Plains of Eidolon. That's also a weekly one. You got complete 9 invasion missions, capture missions, kill 500 enemies. So see, these really aren't that difficult. 5 scans for Cephalon and Samaris, and these are all going to reload every week. So that's going to give you plenty of opportunity to earn the standing. You've also got elite weeklies to do a sortie with playing with friends or clanmates. kill or capture an Eidolon Hydraulist, and kill 100 Xmas enemies. So you just have to find content that has a lot of Xmas in it and just farm that. So that's how you're going to get standing for this new event, and it's pretty cool. Like I said, there's some awesome stuff you can unlock by getting this, so this is definitely worth playing. Now, I mentioned before this is replacing alerts, and before alerts were a way you could get a lot of cool items, a lot of aura mods, a lot of cosmetics for your weapons and your Warframe helmets and other things like that. That has now all gone away. So a lot of people are probably wondering, how do I get those items now? Well, you're actually going to come to the Nightwave, and you're going to go to where it says Cred Offerings. And if you go to Cred Offerings, this is going to show you what you can get for those wolf credits that you have to earn by unlocking standing with the Nightwave. So you can see here we have all the items, we have mods, we have appearance, and we also have miscellaneous. So I'll just kind of go through all these each individually. The mods, this is where you're going to get your aura mods that you had from before. So you've got your corrosive projection, you've got your dead eye, you've got enemy radar, and EMP aura. I'm not sure if these are going to change because I know there were more aura mods available through alerts, but I would imagine these might rotate once in a while. But 20 wolf credits, you can get that fairly quickly through your standing. Corrosive projection is one of the better aura mods in the game, and these are definitely something you need to get on your Warframe to expand your mod capacity and overall make your build a little bit better. So it's kind of cool now. It's much easier to get these. There's a much better path to progression for getting some of the better items in the game, especially for you new players. Go to appearance. This is where you're going to find all the Warframe helmets that were available before. It allows you to preview them and purchase the blueprint if you have the wolf credits. You can see here 35 wolf credits, and then you can buy that helmet. And it's got all the helmets that were available previously through just playing the game before. And then you've also got some weapon skins here. So you've got like the dagger axe skin, you've got the camo skin blueprint for the adder axe, you've got the Tonquor skin here. So all kinds of cool stuff. I imagine these weapon skins will rotate as well because I know there were a lot more of those available through alerts before. So they're not all uploaded right now. It doesn't appear. And if we go to miscellaneous, this is where you're going to get some really cool stuff here. You can actually now get Nidin extract through doing the Nightwave and getting the wolf credits. This is going to be a huge boon for players because this is required in crafting a lot of higher end items and a lot of higher end Warframes. And it used to be such a pain to grind to get this stuff. You'd have to wait for the perfect alert to come up, and half the time it wouldn't come up, and it just was a big pain. So this is going to be a huge thing, especially for veteran players. Veteran players, I think, are going to really enjoy this change. You've got the Vauban Warframe components here. Before, those only dropped in alerts. Now you have a much easier way to get those. About 75 wolf credits, you can actually make Vauban. He's not one of my favorite Warframes, but he is kind of cool. He's got a very neat playstyle. Here's some more weapon blueprints, the Dark Dagger, the Heat Sword. But here you can actually get an Orokin Reactor and an Orokin Catalyst, and this is a really good thing because these are very hard to get early on in the game when they're very important. Being able to expand your weapon and Warframe mod capacity is huge, especially if you're playing on a free-to-play count or if you're a new player. Just being able to mod that Warframe up and get it to be more powerful, especially your weapons as well. So that's going to be great now that you can unlock these specifically when you get enough credits built up. I think that's pretty cool. And then there's an ornament here as well. So that's pretty much a look at what they have with this new Nightwave event. And I think, again, this is something that's really, really cool. It's going to be great for new players. It's going to be great for veteran players coming back because it's very easy to grind through this progression, I think. Just playing the game daily, it's going to be a lot of fun to complete these challenges now and be able to unlock some of the stuff that's offered. So, and if you're trying to figure out how to get into the event store, you can just go to navigation, and it's going to be a little bar down here. You can click on that. Conversely, you can also just pull up your main menu, and it'll be down here on the right-hand side, and you just click on there, and it takes you right in. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just kind of wanted to briefly go over that and give you a chance to see it, give you a chance to kind of experience it. I'm sure a lot of people have questions. There's a lot of things in Warframe everybody has questions about usually, so that's why I do these videos to kind of help you guys out and hopefully make the game a little bit easier for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any questions at all about the Nightwave event, feel free to put them down below in the comments, and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. Otherwise, especially for you newer players, really go out there and enjoy this event because this is going to give you some really cool stuff and some things that you normally would have to spend platinum to get. So this is really great. I like seeing this from DE as they move to make it a little easier for new players to access the game and enjoy the game early on. This is just a great thing overall. So really enjoy this update. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Again, I hope you found this helpful. I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you again next time.